Outrage for one mother after school officials tell her daughter that her home-packed lunch is not healthy enough to eat. The little girl's mother says she was shocked when her 4-year-old came home with an uneaten lunch and a bill for another lunch that the preschool had provided for her. Trace Gallagher live in L.A., and what the mother sent the daughter to school with, they're not going to believe.
No, and the mother doesn't want to be identified because she fears retaliation, Megan, but this was confirmed. It was a elementary school, a preschool in North Carolina, about halfway between Charlotte and Raleigh. And the 4-year-old brings to school right here a turkey sandwich, a banana, potato chips, and apple juice. But the lunch inspector, and yes, there is a lunch inspector, says this lunch right here doesn't meet the USDA guidelines, which means you have to have 1 serving of meat, 1 grain, 2 servings of fruit or vegetables. So what they do is they give the 4-year-old a replacement lunch, right? Well, the 4-year-old doesn't like the replacement lunch, so all she eats are 3 chicken McNuggets, and then she goes home with a note in her lunch bag with her full lunch back to her mom that says, look, if you don't bring healthy stuff for your kid, we're going to replace the lunch and charge you $1.25. The mother was irate. And the mother said this to a local newspaper, and I'm quoting, what got me so mad is, number one, don't tell my kid I'm not packing her lunchbox properly. I pack her lunchbox according to what she eats. You're telling a 4-year-old, oh, your lunch isn't right? And she's thinking there's something wrong with her food. Well, the mom actually went on to call her state representative, and then they called the school, and the school looked at this whole thing and thought, well, wait a minute here, because the turkey sandwich qualifies as 1 serving of meat. The bread is 1 serving of grain. She even had dairy, the cheese. The banana and the apple juice is the 2 servings of fruit because you don't really need a vegetable, so the lunch actually qualified. The school apologized. Mom didn't have to pay her $1.25.
But that's not the point. That's not the point that it qualifies. Get out of my kid's lunch bag. I'll decide what she wants. Have you ever, have you ever tried to feed a 4-year-old? Hard enough feeding a 2-year-old for me.
Right. They eat nothing. They eat macaroni. They subsist on macaroni and cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches. I mean, this is health. In my house, this is the epitome of health.
Darn straight. I think that's what I'm having for lunch this afternoon after the show. Thank you, Trace.